Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
I have another podcast for you. Chemda was just on it. This is called No Such Thing as Love. The title is Time Takes Time. Who hosts this, Chemda?
Jesse Jollis and Claire Burns.
They write, you know when you have one of those conversations that's filled with fascinating life stories, inspiring raw honesty, and dreams of respect porn and loving for hire? Do you? Well, we had just that with the amazing Chemda this week, and we are absolutely thrilled to share it with you. Listen now and let us know if you're in for any business transactions. Wink face, what is happening? What is this?
Well, we talk about our disappointments and then how we can make it better. And it turns out, and it's funny that we have this guest today because we talked about this kind of thing before with him. So we talked about how if there's financial transactions, it might be clearer.
Love.
Maybe we shouldn't call it love, but yeah, we're looking for love. But at the end, they always decide there's no such thing as love.
Featured on Comedy Central and True TV, Conan, the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival, your pal and mine, Rojo Perez.
Yep. What is up?
How you
Hello.
doing?
Good.
That's great. That is great. It is always good to see you.
I mean, it's always good to be here.
Yeah, it's
I love it.
summertime, right?
It's cool in here.
You're living it up.
Oh, I'm living.
No one's wearing sleeves in this room right now.
There's no need. There's no need.
Shoulders out, baby.
Hey, speaking about love, guess what I just read?
Oh, boy.
Anthony Weiner is moving back in with his wife, Huma Abedin.
No, there's no such thing as love.
Anthony Weiner seen moving his stuff back with Huma, and I mean everything. I'm talking garment bags, boxes,
I'm telling you, if you put finances in it, maybe it could work out.
suitcases, a hockey stick. Like, I mean, the guy's making himself comfortable.
No
And
cameras, though.
And she's like, not that fucking hockey stick.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I want to judge it so bad, but I'm like, ugh.
Well, she was like, you probably, because people looked into you, they looked into me, says Huma. They looked into Hillary Clinton in these emails. That rhetoric made me lose the election. Well, get out of my life. Maybe Hillary's going to run again. Well, it's clear Hillary's not running again. She's like, all right, I'll take you back. Fuck it. It's not easy raising a kid.
Oh, does he? I don't know if he has any redeemable qualities. Like,
He does a documentary about
There's
fighting
one.
back from sending pictures and things out to underage people. During the documentary, he gets caught doing it again, spends time in jail, gets out, got out in February. Not much time has gone by, right? And they're going to give it another go.
there's always something. There's like, okay, but he makes so much money and she's just used to that lifestyle and she's going to get to do whatever she wants anyway. And they have this arrangement. What is he offering this woman? Is he just fucking the shit out of her?
He was living in a halfway house in the Bronx since February. His
He can't
release.
be a good lay. Please, everyone, explain to me. Is he a good lay? No. Rojo.
I can't. I mean, I could imagine it. I don't know, man. If you
Could
get
you?
caught for something once, and then you're bold enough to come out and be like, I made a mistake, I've learned. And as you're learning, we catch you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, clearly you're like, my best quality should be seen.
His son Jordan is 7 years old now. The son, of course, was the one that's in pictures that he sent over to people, to girls, and I mean girls, to girls with his, dick in his hand.
That's the thing. Now you're putting your 7-year-old, like this is the main role model in your house.
What is, whenever you do get caught and you just start saying shit to protect yourself, and sometimes you catch yourself like, oh, I just made it worse. Was he like, well, at least he was always in my view. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, I think I got gaslighted exactly like she did, except it wasn't as public and it wasn't as, I don't know if I want to say egregious, but it wasn't as physical or, you know what? I don't even know. I don't know what it was, but it was this. It was like, hey, I just caught you, soliciting women or texting this woman. And it's like, I'm not comfortable with this. And it's like, oh, man. First of all, they act dumb. Like, oh, women get friendly. And then
Well, it's the staring like, okay, and what else do you know real quick?
Yeah.
Then I'll go.
yeah. And or it's like, I'm the worst and you don't deserve me. And I need to make this right. And I was only seeking attention. It wasn't like I really wanted this thing. And so like they express the hardships that they go through, and you're just empathetic for some reason.
Well, they're like, well, no, it's not what you think it is. Really? Because the New York Post has pictures and transcripts. Well, you could have started with that.
But then I think when it gets to that, they're like, yeah, it is what it is, but it's not what's not in there. So yes, I have back and forth, but it's not like I want to touch them. It's just that they don't mean anything to me. I just needed that very specific kind of attention. I must have a problem. I'm going to get help with this, that, and the next.
But here's the transcripts. You said, I definitely do want to touch you.
Let me tell you something. I've been through that. I've been through here are the transcripts. And it is amazing how circular one can talk. And I feel like a dum-dum, when I describe this, but it is what it is. I'm just like, no, you said, I bet you look hot in that uniform. And I'm like, she was just talking about playing soccer like a nice person. You brought that up. He's like, I don't know. I guess I get carried away. I want people to like me. I just think like, I would compliment her. I didn't really mean it, but I guess, in the back of my mind, I did. I got to like fix how I talk to people. And I'm like, logical. But if I would have said that to some dude, like your pants look really good on you or whatever, it's like, why are you inserting that? I got to learn how. And then the trans stuff started coming in. Like, well, I was raised as female, so a lot of people see me as female. So two females saying that to each other isn't weird, which is why like women are more friendly and like physical with me. And I'm like, fuck, that's right. Women are like, you know what I mean? And it's just like.
But I think a lot of it also is
Yes, for sure.
You want that to be true.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been with someone for X amount of time and you really love that person or care for that person, deep down you're like, fuck, please let this make sense. Let me help go A to C for you.
Yes.
I want to make this connection for you. So just push me in the right direction.
And it's because, for me at least, when I first met you, you were like the opposite of this person. So I'm chasing that high. And to me, it's just like addiction. Like the first time you got drunk and it was the perfect drunk and you're just like, oh, like
what a fun night.
No hangover. You can do it again the next night. That's going well. But then, that whole alcohol just kind of seeps in and makes you more tired and you're just chasing that high. Like, no, I feel good when I'm on alcohol, but you haven't felt good in years on alcohol. But you're still like, no, alcohol is what fun is. Alcohol is what this is. I was just chasing a high.
This feels like a personal attack here. I think we took a turn.
Well, it's funny when you get like 5, 10 of the things, like, I guess that makes sense. You got to look at the numbers, not that each one individually makes sense. When I was with somebody and we'd play Words with Friends. Then I see on her phone, she has Cheats with Friends, a special app that helps you cheat. And I go, that's weird. I didn't know you had this. And she goes, I'd never looked at it. I just downloaded it. I was curious about it. Okay. Did I catch you take $500 when we played Monopoly? No, I just forgot that I didn't take it from earlier when I turned in $500 bills. Okay. Like each one sounds petty and dumb. Yeah. And then you're up to the, you're like, I don't think your chess piece was there. Well, it was.
And that's the thing. You feel petty all the time. So I'm like, ew, I'm being so gross. Like, just talk to your friends the way you talk to your friends, because I wouldn't want, I don't know, sometimes like me and Keith say dumb shit to each other because we're on the show and it's like, haha, not when we were dating. I don't know, some dumb shit. And again, like I can't even come up with a thing because it'll never be like that between me and Keith, because even when we do say dumb shit, the atmosphere doesn't change. If somebody were to listen or catch the text between us, it would just be like, right, this is how friends talk. So it's just weird what you can believe.
Abedin filed for divorce the day Weiner entered into a guilty plea for sexting a 15-year-old in May of 2017. However, Abedin withdrew her request in January, deciding to settle privately. It's not clear where Weiner has been staying since leaving a halfway house in May after spending 21 months in custody for the illicit contact with the minor.
See, I think the jail time could have helped her bring him back because, you were punished. Maybe you learned a lesson. Mm-hmm. What else is rehab for? You've been corrected. So I think even that's appealing. Like, a person who learned a lesson is better than a person who never did it before.
Right.
Because it's like you're even more enlightened.
And he has a perfect, quote unquote, alibi. His first thing is, yeah, I have changed.
Yes.
And you have to take their word, I guess, initially, like, I just did 20 months.
Right.
I understood. I've learned.
Yeah, because if we're putting people in jail, for corrections, for a change, then are we?
Right. But what he has so much on his side, taking care of a kid is tough. You know? Hey, well, I'm definitely not going to be running for office. So, well, maybe I'm the
free time.
babysitter now.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
You know what? Okay. Do you want me to tell you how I've changed what I learned? Nah, we're good. You disgust me. Come on over.
Yeah.
We're fine. Now, picture all the people that were friends with Huma who finally said, well, it's clear now I can fucking tell you, this loser, and I could get him out of your life. He ruined you probably politically. He definitely ruined you personally. I'm done with that shithead. In my life, I know that. Oh, he's coming back. Motherfucker.
Well, here's the thing also is the soonest people are like, what a shithead, he ruined your life, you start defending it because you're really like reflecting.
You don't want to look dumb.
Yeah, look who you picked for your. This is the father of your child. This is the person that you picked. This is the person that you gave chances to. So now, if she takes him back, it's like this is the person who changed, and he changed for me. And this is we broke through all the ceilings of you can never get back from something like this, and we did. So it's like a big fat love story.
Right. I would feel like every little thing would bother me. Maybe she made peace with it, but it would bother me that you brought in your hockey stick. It's like you're bringing
funny.
It's like you're bringing in board games.
Yeah.
No, you bring in your luggage, you bring in your clothes, you bring in maybe a spice or two that you like.
No, Keith only wants you to bring in humility.
You don't bring in a bouncy ball. You don't bring in shuffleboard. You don't bring in anything fun. Like this is my new house and I have some fun things.
You think he's too comfortable right away?
Too comfortable. You don't bring in a framed hockey jersey. You don't. You just bring in the necessities, and you're lucky to be here.
I think you're right, and I think that you.
Oh, it's a car bed for an adult.
Also, I think I'm kind of hung up. Are we assuming he bought a hockey stick after May, or was this in storage somewhere?
I assume
he's just had a hockey stick storage.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it was in storage, but even after, you're in such a hurry to play hockey. That's where'd you go to therapy? The roller rink? Fuck you. Fuck your stick.
Maybe it's their hockey stick.
First of all.
How do you know it's not?
Right. First of all, don't bring in a weapon.
Fair.
Right? For yourself. But secondly, no, you don't bring in toys. Too much.
I get it.
I'd be like, you know what? I agree. Wait, what? Goodbye. Goodbye. It's just a hockey stick.
I'll argue with you at this point.
Uh-huh.
If I've been to prison and I'm coming home and my son hasn't seen me in how long?
Right.
2 years.
That kid wants a toy.
He wants a hockey stick.
I don't know what. Maybe I've lost touch with what my kid likes. Yes, but I'm bringing a toy.
He's just going to bang a hockey stick around the fucking room. I'm not letting you spend time with him alone too fast. Do you give him a phone because you need to be in contact with him, or is he not allowed a phone?
Are you crazy? No, that was the downfall.
Right.
You give him a phone, but now you're tracking it. There's no way.
Do you test them with
a
friends?
burner. No, if your friends are too old.
Right.
You can't.
You still need pictures at the end of the day.
I don't know. I want to hear this big lesson that he learned.
I'd love to.
Because to me, if you actually learn the lesson, you will leave that woman alone forever. That actually is
right.
the
The
lesson.
irony is you didn't learn because you're trying to tell me how you learned to get me back.
Yeah. I think that you could never love this woman enough, and your love for her should be, I super take care of the kid and super take care of you from far, meaning I don't get in your way and I try to make your life easier as far out of the way as possible. And that is recovery. Because recovery is not like, learned a lesson, here's my dick. Like you said, it's like the hockey stick. Like, why are you not bothered by the things that should be bothered by?
Yeah, let's give this another go. We can get a place. Oh, you know what? You have a place, and I don't. So I'll just move in.
Right. Oh my God!
To
actually,
your place.
Tell me if this is kind of the same thing. So when I first caught Hennessy doing what he was doing, which was by the way being on Craigslist and soliciting women. He went to a silent retreat to just shut the fuck up for a little while.
Right.
It got him out of my way and was just quiet and it was free and whatever. When he came back, he's like, oh, I learned all this meditation, blah, blah, blah. I bought these bolsters and these wrap things so that when we meditate, I'm like, no.
What's a bolster?
A thing to fucking sit on. I'm like, we got 2 couches.
Right.
And and you don't want to point that out because it's like, oh my God, I'm so sick of coming after you for things.
Right.
But you just spent a whole bunch of money on a hotel soliciting women. Maybe don't get bolsters yet, and maybe ask me before you spend a dime from now. You just got back.
Right.
We were fighting about money.
And now we're going to giggle over head wraps.
Right. And now I'm going to sit here on this meditation thing that you learned after, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, why are you ruining meditation somehow by trying to do the right thing? And then that's the thing. You just feel petty. Like, why did you get this nice meditation cushion? But
Yeah.
why are you getting a meditation cushion?
Ugh.
Anyway, I'm over
I
it.
think the petty's the key to it.
I think you're right.
I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of being petty. Call me
Oh,
petty
right,
all
right.
day. I could care less. But
Yeah.
answer the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, call me petty, but answer this question real quick.
Let me guess, it's too beneath you. Okay, that's beneath you. She was beneath you, but this is beneath you. Okay. Well, let me mention this. Blue Chew.
Yeah, now's a good time.
BLUE Chew.
They're coming after us for it.
It's like, it's the ingredients of Viagra or Cialis, but you just, you chew it up, done and done. Maybe you're tired or you're, you just have other things going on in your head. You're like, oh, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to perform well for this woman I'm
I
with.
feel like as soon as you think that, it just goes to shit.
Yeah, and it keeps eating itself. Well, here, you can do the magic that you're able to do because boom, your dick takes care of itself. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Blue Chew.
I think once that happens, if you start thinking about it, it just goes on, and you're like, no, this will be a fresh start, and you're still in your head. This lets your head go at least.
Yes, bluechew.com, and you use the code KATG, and you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. I don't know about you, Rojo, but I'm not good at makeup sex. I'm not good at sex where if we fought and didn't solve it, the sex is supposed to solve it. And but if you take a Blue Chew, that part's out of your brain because you don't have to worry, oh, is my head in the right place? I want to be here. And then, man, look at that. Oh, a rod. And I can save this if I want. Oh, it's aces.
Someone's a little cocky about what they're working with. A
Yeah.
rod? You went with rod?
I'm giving the credit to Blue Chew.
Okay, yeah. You think Blue Chew's adding inches?
Let me tell you something.
I mean, yeah, they are. You should check out Blue Chew.
Anthony Weiner should be like, oh, I got a hockey stick, all right. You know what I mean? In my pants.
This is the thing. I think it makes everyone uncomfortable because
Yeah.
it's the thing that brings embarrassment, when you just want to make love to the person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why this is good that you can get it online. You don't have to go to a doctor. You don't have to go to the pharmacy. You don't have to account for the 1 to 3 hours where you're going to the doctor and going to the pharmacy, so that you can just kind of like let it be what it is, and it's nothing, and this helps you turn it into nothing back again.
Just type in the code KTG. You're welcome. Don't even have to thank me. That can make things awkward. But you're welcome. But you're
Photos?
welcome.
You want photos?
I want the
Look
after.
how great it worked.
I'll trust you. I'll trust you.
If it's photos, I only want the wet spot, but that's it.
Okay.
Courtney Irby gave her estranged husband's gun to police after he was charged with domestic violence and aggravated battery, only to find herself arrested for theft.
What's that?
So he abused her. She later took his guns to the cops. They said, well, you can't be stealing people's guns. You're under arrest.
They're fucking ass. Is he a cop? Are they on his side?
No,
for some reason?
not necessarily. No, he's not a cop.
That's weird.
Courtney Irby spent 6 days in jail on charges of armed burglary and grand theft after she retrieved the assault rifle and handgun from her husband's apartment and gave them to the police. Joseph Irby was spending 1 day in jail at the time, accused of ramming into her car after a June 14th divorce hearing. After
That's
her,
good timing.
Yeah.
No one will think that you were angry at all.
After her husband's arrest, Courtney petitioned for a temporary injunction for protection, which was granted. Federal law prohibits people under a domestic violence restraining order from possessing guns, but it's up to the law to enforce it. So she was out of her rights by taking the guns herself and giving them to the cops. She has to wait until cops decide to come and get the guns.
I get it because they can't write it up right, but the fact that they arrested her feels very personal.
Right.
It feels like they all saw their wives coming in. You know what I mean? In her.
Courtney told police that she believed, this is in Orlando, Florida. Courtney told police that she believed he wouldn't turn in his guns himself, so she took action. According to her arrest report, she said she entered her husband's apartment through a locked door without his permission.
Wait, she entered her husband's apartment? Do they not live
Because they were going through a divorce hearing.
Oh.
So I guess husband's just the
Right.
legal way to
Right.
address him.
Through a locked door without his permission and took the guns to a police station. And the officer said, so you're telling me you committed an armed burglary? You're under arrest.
I mean, there's...
What a simple thing.
It's just such a fucking logic sometimes being like, unless she walked in holding each, pointing both of them.
Right,
I
like
mean,
you
like,
said
hey,
it-
guys, look what I found. Like, that's such...
Yeah, people have gotten pulled over and then the cops are like, look, I'm just warning you right now. Or like cops actually could let it go. But this you decide not to?
Well, you made today easy. You're under arrest.
Right. I get it.
They're
She
arguing
did,
over who does the paperwork for this one.
Right.
she did break into his house, but you don't see the context clues of
Right.
how much danger you're putting this woman in.
He
Extra
got
danger.
he got a day for ramming into her car. She got 6 days for turning in his guns that he shouldn't have
For
anyway.
trying to stay alive.
And again, to be clear, not I think he shouldn't have them. The law is supposed to take them away. They just didn't yet.
Wow. So they were like, what are you trying to tell us how to do our job?
Right.
You're arrested.
Just goes to show you, snitches. That's all I learned right here. Even the cops are like, you fucking snitching? Get in here.
These cops, the other day we were talking about the cop that could have at least shortened the number of deaths at the Las Vegas mass shooting. And for over 5 minutes, he hid in the corner like a coward. And, you think, hey, who knows? What would you do? Even if you're a cop, when the time comes. But I guarantee, and he was fired, thank goodness, I guarantee that he's one of these cops that does walk around and be like, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen at a red light. I got to be ready. I risk my life daily. And then when the time comes, guess what happens?
Yeah, I mean, to me, and obviously he's wrong and he does need to get fired. You're just not cut out for this. That's
Yeah.
fine. You learned you didn't get hurt. A lot of other people did, but you're out. That's fine. But I do think that this shows what a systematic problem the police force is and how much they're not getting the proper training. They're killing the wrong people and not stopping the killings that are actually happening. It's very... Like, why wouldn't you look at an entire department if that's the case?
Hey, well, here's a story. A British cop admitted to buying porn at the home of a deceased child while waiting for the undertaker.
I'm sorry, what? There was so much in that sentence. Was that one sentence?
Avi Merhaja, 44, spent $30 from the family's Virgin TV account to buy 4 dirty flicks, 4 dirty movies.
What, Virgin TV account?
It's like Spectrum here from the Spectrum
okay.
account. He just bought 4 dirty movies,
Okay.
4 porn movies on TV,
Okay.
while the child's corpse was still in the house. So he's a cop in the house waiting for the morgue or detectives to come over to the house, and as he's waiting, he buys 4 porn movies.
Oh, this isn't his
on
house.
the family's account. No,
Oh, he got bored doing his job.
right?
Waiting for.
Was he just supposed to sit there?
Dick in hand? Well, am I supposed to not take care of this?
Authorities apologized to the family for having to, quote, deal with this while also coping with the tragic loss of the child. That was a statement they had to put out.
Are we still calling them authorities when they say shit like this?
Right?
Yeah. Authorities. Authority on who?
These are the Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen out there.
Guys, Blue Balls is a big dick and Blue Lives Matter.
I thought so much would be going on with this family and their dead kid. They wouldn't check the receipts.
You know I'm good for it. You think I don't got it?
You know what? Now I'm not even going to pay you. Now I'm offended.
You're so petty.
The department would have handled it. A Florida company wants to give...
Florida loves the news.
Man, I love Florida.
Well,
I try to love Florida.
There's a place called the St. Lawrence Agency, and they offer alien abduction insurance,
Oh, that's great.
saying it sold 6,000 policies since 1987. The cost of a policy is only $19.95 to $24.95.
A month or what?
I think it's a one-time thing.
No.
Believe it
This
or not.
can't be a month.
No, it can't be. No, but it can't be a one-time thing.
I don't know. 1995. I believe they don't want to push it. They don't want to call up and go, would you like to renew? Renew? You're going to court. Never mind. Click. We'll just leave it as is.
I got alien
But
abduction insurance.
but do
have
they
you
have
seen
to-
one? No, because I got the insurance.
And it's just abduction, so it can't be like, hey, I think I see an alien. Could you come see it? They
Yeah.
have to go, well, were you abducted?
Right.
I wonder if, some people who say that they were abducted, I wonder if there's like a repeated customer that they have to go back to. Like, okay, so you were abducted.
Well, 6,000 people, 2 people have claimed that they have been abducted and they have been paid out. Because I guess you can't deny it, right? They had pictures.
Oh, that's funny. I love this so much.
Wait. First of all, Pixar didn't happen.
Polaroid pictures next to a green alien.
Sure,
and you got to be like, okay, I'm sorry that happened to your asshole.
Check.
Here's $1,000.
Here's a check.
What's the payout?
I don't know the payout.
That depends if you get $19.95 or $24.95.
Yeah. Did you get the asshole insurance?
Yeah, that's it. What are they claiming?
Rear-ended? I don't know. Like how big? Like, I didn't get the mouth probe. I only got the first contact.
Oh, is it different? Like you get a different payout if they took you on their spaceship or they came into your house and sodomized you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different. Travel is $24.95.
But you get the miles.
Because you can't go, I doubt you were. You know that it's possible.
Right. You're paying just in case.
Right.
Those 2 people.
Good for them.
How are they not boasting from the top of everything?
Right.
Like, look how real this is. I got paid insurance.
Right.
Holy shit.
And then they go, you know what? Now that the aliens know where I live, I'd like a new policy. I'm like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
We should get this, Keith.
Right?
For $20?
Right?
A one-time, you know how much dumb shit you spend $20 on?
Right.
Time to take care of yourself, Keith. You're getting up there in age.
You're not
and
wrong.
You need that.
In Germany, this woman went to a car dealership, 20 years old. She paid $16,000 for a car, cash. But they caught her spending not real cash because it's just cash that she printed out herself on an inkjet printer on regular paper.
Oh, stop it.
Then they found more of this money at her home.
But they took it initially.
I hope they fucked with her. Like, I hope they didn't just go, okay, this is the money, cash. Oh, please hold still. I'm calling the cops. I hope they were like, look at you. What do you do for this? Is fantastic. I hope they counted it in front of her. We just have to count it for legal reasons.
You were hoping that they used the pen, and it's like, oh, the pen might not be working.
Right.
Just toss it on the side. Like, we don't want to be petty.
I'm going to use the electronic beeper. They break the beeper.
It's so weird. The pen made a hole in this money.
Right.
How would...
Well, it needs to have a strip on it. Yeah, I guess that's what they mean by strip.
Right. They hold it up against the light.
Yeah, oh,
and go,
perfect.
oh, it's see-through. Fantastic.
Right. Oh, I got a paper cut. Anyways. How's it smell? Oh, smells super new.
There's so many colors on this.
Right. So, all right.
Is this Canadian?
Right, we're gonna. So I do, because you sent us perfectly real money. We're not gonna charge you taxes.
You printed $16,000 on your inkjet.
Right.
Oh boy.
You know what? So we're gonna finish the paperwork, and then like hand back like 200 fake monies. Be like, can you go get us lunch or something, and we'll.
It's on us.
It's on us, and we'll have all the paperwork ready.
Or like, she's not going to go to the store. So what you
Right.
do is like, we ordered in. It's on us. What do you like? They order her shit. They order a shit ton of stuff. Comes in and it's like, I'm just finishing your paperwork. And they hand her money. Can you just take care of it at the
Right.
door? Like, it's totally on us.
But those are actually your friends too, and they're like, oh, look at this money. We're just gonna check it real quick. Never ends.
Keith wants people to wrong him just so he can play games.
Absolutely.
I should be more petty. You guys are right.
Telling you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you about a real product. Rothy's shoes. Rothy's takes water bottles, used water bottles, and turns them into shoes.
Yeah, you guys turn them into garbage. Big mistake.
I tried to cut open a water bottle, wear them as slippers. It's a mess. Crinky, crunchy, and people look at me like I'm insane. Well, Rothy's has a way of doing it where it's fashionable shoe wear.
And I have a pair. It's so comfortable.
Stylish, versatile. Most comfortable shoes you're going to own, period.
Andrea says I can wear those shoes because they're very fashionable.
Yeah, they'll blow your mind.
She wore them to induct us in the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
She wore them to a wedding.
To a wedding.
Ooh.
Not my shoes. She's got her own pair. We're slightly different size.
Check out the amazing styles right now. You'll see what I'm talking about. Rothys.com/KATG. Go to Rothys.com, ROTHYS.com/KATG and get your new favorite flats. Comfortable, stylish, Sustainable. They're the shoes you've been waiting for. Head to rothys.com/KATG today.
What do you want to do tomorrow?
Good day. Yeah, here's a hockey stick. I'm ready to be back in your life. Do me a favor and die. How about
But first, get you some Rothies.
No, or, hey, honey, I looked up your shoe size, because all your information is in all the gossip magazines. So I looked up your shoe size, and there's some Rothy's shoes. Oh, thanks for caring about me. Yeah, no problem. You were on page 6. I know you're size 2. Yeah, here's my hockey stick. Where should I put it, honey? I'll just leave it on the wall that I like to have fun. And I bought a new bowling ball.
Try them on. Oh, what's that at the foot? Some blue chew?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're bringing over hockey sticks. Okay. You know what? You come over my house with a hockey stick, I'm handing you my phone. Go fuck people. Get out of town. That's crazy. That's goddamn crazy. A woman in Utah died after her heart surgery went wrong and her blood was drained into a garbage can by mistake. Oops.
What's a garbage can doing there?
Surgeons failed to close a tube when Donna Mae Brockbank, 62, in Salt Lake City, was undergoing surgery to take out a medical device that had been causing an allergic reaction. So it's one problem after another. The Salt Lake City Tribune says that the surgery required a bypass, which involves drawing blood from the body through a big needle and tube near the neck, through a blood reservoir, and re-entering the body through the femur. But the family said that she bled to death because her surgeons, 2 of them, failed to close a tube. The tube to return the blood to her body was removed, but the tube to drain it wasn't. The technician removed the blood reservoir from the bypass machine and put it in a medical wastebasket while her heart continued to pump blood into it.
But then that means it's during the surgery. Don't the little boop boops tell you that you're fucking up? Boop, boop, boop. Wait, something's fucking up.
Look, the doctor will be here when he gets here. You've seen these assholes and their attitude. Yeah. I'm coming. Well, I'm dying. You know what? In today's show, everybody gets paid too much. Doctors, police officers. What are we doing? You're just hanging a fucking tube in a garbage can.
There was 2 of you.
And there were 2 of you, 2 surgeons. Never mind nurses.
Man, you want to take the blame for this one?
Maybe
no one will know this.
There are a shit ton of people in a surgery. When I was going into heart surgery, one of the main things that was weird about, first of all, I'm walking into the room. And I'm like, they shouldn't have let me walk in. You should put someone under and then put them in that room. Because you're walking in and you look like you're in a lab and everyone's like, looks like they're doing test tubes. I doubt anything was test tubey, but everyone's dressed in white.
They're just shaking up soda when you look over.
Yeah. And so I had tubes in me, and then one was draining blood into this thing that I can carry around like a purse that I had to. And I'm just thinking, like, they're so used to that stuff, and they're just draining it. But when are you used to draining it into a garbage can?
Yeah,
what surgery is that?
Well, I see these, doctor TV shows, and I'm like...
And we know everything.
No, I'm like, bullshit. Like, George Clooney's not chewing gum in ER. He's paying attention and talking to you. These doctors aren't leaning in their chair against the wall telling you what's wrong with you. They're upright, and you have their attention. Bullshit. I've been to hospitals. They give a shit, and they're draining your blood in garbage cans.
Those 2 doctors didn't say at a Holiday Inn Express the night before.
In all fairness.
And they should have had a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
Some 33 people sued the Biological Resource Center in Phoenix, a body donation center, claiming the remains of their family members were obtained through, quote, false statements and were sold for profit without being treated or disposed of with respect. There was an FBI raid, and they saw that the company had found a head sewn onto a mismatched body, a bucket of limbs, and a cooler filled with penises.
What is happening in Florida? I'm just assuming it's Florida.
Phoenix.
In Phoenix.
Phoenix, Florida.
Are they playing Mr. Potato Head? What's happening?
I don't know. I guess you can donate your body to this place, body parts, and so this place probably gets a federal grant of some sort, and they go, yeah, we're actually not doing anything here.
Except for...
Putting penises in a bucket for fun.
They probably think that's so funny.
It's funny.
You know how they got found out, probably.
They were playing poker with the penises.
Look, it's my pecker in a poker game.
I'm all in.
Get the blue chew. I'm super all in.
That's the scariest house on your block for Halloween. Like, they look so real.
But I think they probably got caught because that bucket of penises is so funny that somebody couldn't help but take
How
a
the
picture.
Instagram it.
Yes.
Somebody definitely, yeah.
Well, the article says they were sold, these body parts are sold for profit, but to who? Like, I need 2 penises and an arm.
I just want to have it on my nightstand.
Do you have a mismatched head-body combo?
Ugh.
Like, how does that even make sense?
What? And is it in a bucket on ice? Like, what's going on? What color are these penises at this point? I don't want to be racist, but what color?
I was just wondering what happens. Yeah, like what happens to
Yeah,
a
like,
penis after
it's
you're
severed.
dead?
Yeah.
Especially like it's severed and put in a bucket.
You got to deal with once you cut it, and this I know for a fact. Once you
What?
Okay.
once you cut it, you got to like use a lighter the way you would with a chopped finger
To solderize
to
it.
stop the bleeding from
Is
coming
that what
that
it's called?
part.
It's not called solder. What's it called when you stop the bleeding? When you
Sodomizing.
not sodomize.
All I know is when I die.
I love that everybody just thought that's a fact. And we just thought like, I don't know.
I didn't study it.
Cauterize is the word.
Cauterize. That's
Cauterize.
pretty close.
Right.
That was good.
Thank you.
When I die, if it's an open casket,
Yeah.
I want you to put a blue chew in my dick hole.
You're the ultimate sponsor. You are so on brand, dude. You will never not.
Well, in the bucket, you could tell who took the blue chew and who didn't, and you know which penises saw the most.
See, guys, they're going to talk about you even when you're dead. Just chew one up.
Just chewing up.
All right, Rojo Perez, you want to follow online? I do. I enjoy it very much.
Please do.
Yeah. He just changed his oil the other day, I heard.
Oh, change brakes. Come on, man.
Change brakes.
Anybody could change oil.
Oh,
Yeah, sure,
Jesus.
okay.
to me, it's all surgery. Like I lied to you. Twitter and Instagram, Rojo Perez with 3 Z's.
Please check me out. If you're in New York, the only show I'm promoting, August 5th, I'm hosting my monthly show, Arlene's Grocery. Always a fun lineup. Come check that out.
Ooh, good neighborhood and good venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can check out his website, rojoperez.com. There you get all the information right there.
Up to date. You know it.
Yeah.
You know. There's
Definitely hit him up before and after a show. Just like bother him right before he gets on stage on Twitter.
Please do.
Yeah.
Because I'll remember.